Hey guys, my name is Aaron Serwa. I am a 36-year-old husband, dad, and a full-time gym manager. Starting to post now because I've been going back and forth for honestly the last couple years on should I do it, should I not? What's the benefits? What's the pros? What's the cons? And really, there's no cons. Going through it all, there's really not. I think for me, with where I'm at in life and trying to refuse to drift is my motto, is my slogan that I'm going for. Because I don't want to just go into my 40s coasting and drifting and saying, oh, I should have started then, I should have done this then, and now it's too late. So I want to make sure that it's understood that I'm just doing this more so to stay consistent for myself, so that way others, if they do follow along, right, and have that same or in the same boat, they can do the same. Again, it's going to be a wide range of different things. I'm sticking to that age group of helping others out that are living everyday lives and trying to benefit themselves and do better themselves. I work out 4 or 5 days a week, sometimes six, depending on the week and how I feel. Um, you know, four strength, two cardio days type thing, and they're 45 minutes long. So it's nothing crazy. If an hour, if you include the mobility beforehand, right? Want to get loose up, all that stuff. So about 45 minutes to an hour workout a day is really all you need. All my workouts are going to be here at home for the most part. Dumbbells, some barbell, kettlebells, so very functional. At that point too, to where I don't care what my bench press max is. I'm not trying to figure any of that out. Right. I do have the goals to try to hit certain numbers this year, before the end of the year, before my 37th birthday, but that's not till September. So, I got time to hit some of those and just to see where I'm at strength wise. Not to set a record, not to be the strongest person in the gym or at home. Well, at home I should be, right? There's never gonna let the kids beat me in a race. So you got to make sure that's set that straight. Um, but right, some of the other videos that I'll post are just what I've learned throughout the week for my learning, for my knowledge, right? To say, hey, this wasn't great this week, so next week let's switch it up a little bit. Or hey, it might not be as good as I thought. Let's try it again and see if what happens, and if not, then okay, we'll move on. Something that's, hey, this is amazing, perfect. Let's keep going. It helps others. I think love being on a main road. Helps others, I think, kind of do the same, to where they're like, okay, this worked for him. Let me try it out. It's not going to work for everyone. I don't have the secret sauce. This isn't right. What I do is right or wrong. This is just what I'm doing for me, right? So definitely feedback, ideas, things like that are very appreciated. Something that could help me out. But, with the workouts there, I meal prep probably 2 times a week at most, just because, again, the time. I do it on Sundays and try to get it done throughout the week so that way I don't have to worry about it later. But what's nice is that I switched up my routines to where I work out in the morning before work. So that way when I come home, I'm there. I'm home. I don't have to worry about anything else. I don't have to rush, to finish out the night and spend time with the family. So it's hard to have all these things that come up and to be able to get it all done. I'm understanding of that, right? And I hope other people realize, like, hey, I know times are hard when you have to do all these things. You work 40, 50 hours a week. You have a family, you have animals, you have kids. Kids and animals might be the same, right? But you got to figure out all these things to do, and how to do it in the right time. It's just organization, it's trials and errors, and that's what I'm noticing myself, and that's what I want to, right, extend that offering, that hand, to others too that can do the same. Like, hey, I'm understanding, I'm in the same boat as you. Let's talk it out. Let's figure out some things that work for you, work for me, and we go on and we improve ourselves and we say, all right, cool, this is the way to go. Um, the things that I'm going to learn throughout the week are not just going to be fitness based. It's life based, right? We had things that I learned at work of just how to communicate better, or how to manage people better, and getting through to those people. It doesn't have to be, again, just business focused, but it's just in life, right? One thing I've learned a long time ago was reading texts just blank. Right? I was young, reading a text a certain way. You start an argument, right, with the missus or anybody else, and you'd be like, "That's not what I meant," and then it goes on, and the snowball rolls into an avalanche. So, um, little things like that I'll discuss, and what I've learned, again, throughout the years, but also just say, hey, does anybody else have this problem? Look at take this approach. So again, this is just more to stay consistent, helping others out, and then so goes me. As much as I would love to be like these other content creators in Florida in the warmer weathers, you can tell the wind here sucks, but also the weather. We're in Michigan, and it's a beautiful 50 degrees right now, so I'm gonna cherish that and enjoy that as much as I can. Probably go for a walk later just to get some sun while it's out. Um, so obviously, getting out is not often the ideal, especially when it is winter time. Now that we are getting into that springtime, it's definitely going to change, which is nice because then I get to post a little bit more, especially getting outside and garage workouts. I've been working out in the house, especially because it's just dumbbells, throwing them in the living room with a mat. You'll see in some of the other videos that I have. It's not ideal. Want to get in the gym, want to at least in the garage gym, right? The Surwa gym I have a sign in there, and just get it done and feel comfortable and good to go. But that's just a little bit about me. Probably rambling a little bit. This is just the start of hopefully something cool, something great. If you have any feedback, right, feel free to follow along, leave a comment, all that other good stuff, and I'll have different things, supplements too, right? That's another thing that I'm been going through and rotating and trying to figure out what works for me. I think I got it unlocked, but for the most part, want to get those going. I got my Promix Debloat I take every morning, so that's always a good way to just get through, clean out that gut in the morning and decompress and not feel bloated throughout the day, especially eating right after a workout and being on my feet all day at the gym. So little stuff like that we'll go through. I appreciate everyone that does follow along, likes, comments, shares, all that fun stuff. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Take care.